Alright, so this video is called The Hoster. The Hoster, not a gun holster, not the host at a restaurant, the Hoster. So now, as a hoster, what I mean by hoster, I mean party hoster. Alright? You are the hoster. Now the hoster might consist of 1, 2, 3 people. My place consists of 3. But there's one person that needs to know, and that is the person to host completely. We all bring all our friends together and we party and we hosting, you know. So that's another Snapchat. But as the hoster, you need to know one thing: music. There's a few others that I'm gonna get to, but one is the music. You need to have a wide variety of music. That means you need to be like DJs be. They listen to a lot of music and they put them together, and the next thing you know, they playing at a club. And everybody feeling the DJ because he a hoster. He's hosting the music. The club's hosting the event. The DJ's hosting the music that's gonna keep the club going. You know, we the hoster. We hosting the house, hosting the party, and we hosting the music. Now the music need to consist of a lot of music, but you got to keep it in a way that it ain't getting crazy, because people playing hot rap now, then they playing country, then they playing heavy metal, then they playing pop. Now they back to R&B with some heavy metal, right? Rap, heavy metal, like, you don't want to do that. You want it to flow. That means knowing what song to play next, right? Now normally people play Billboard's top 10 and just let it ride, because they got almost every song on there, and a lot of heavy metal don't make it on there a lot, but one of just the heavy metal that would get the party bump. So you need to know that. I'm against heavy metal, but it's not like I hate it. I just never got into it. But a lot of heavy metal music that I've heard that was catchy, I'm like, well, this is some good shit, and I play this shit constantly. I play it 3, 4, 5 times in like one sitting. Let me sit on this couch right here. I play it 3, 4, 5 times in an hour, probably. So you gotta have a broad variety of music. You just gotta have a whole everything. I didn't like country, but now I do. So as you hosting, you need to know what to play around the people that you got hosting with you, right? So with that said, pick out of all the music that you know, all the music that you've heard other people play. Pick all the music that your friends, everybody like, and then put it in a bag. Technically just put it in your playlist. Just say you got like 100 songs. This is how I learned how. This is like, it's a good way to do this. Now, when you do this, right, take the artist and just click artist at the top so that it puts it from A to Z, right? Now, A to Z means that a lot of the same artists or the same person, they gonna obviously be together. Now, when you click albums, you gonna click the album, then more songs might be together, because it might say artist and it might have somebody else's name in front of it, but it might be on their album. So, all right. Now this is what you need to do. Once you do this, this will be easy, because that means all the music everybody's listening to. You need to take the first 3 songs. No, actually, you don't do that. Then you go back. You click when you added it. All right, how you added it when you added it, so that it's gonna be on when you edit all these songs. So now they're gonna technically almost randomize, because you picking songs. Unless you pick them by album, then you might want to do it a little differently. Pick them by times. Click the time button so it'll be only in times. Not every song the same. So now it's randomized on what's shortest to the longest. Right? And that's what you do. You go in. You pick from the top. Pick the first 4. Pick the first 4 from the top. Right? Now you don't know who fucking songs these are. You just put them. You play them. Right? Go from the bottom. You pick another 4 songs. These gonna be your cued like a cue ball. And the 8 ball. Those are 2 balls that everybody they want to have. You want to have the white ball on the pool table. And you want to have the cue ball in the hole. So you want to be on the table while scoring. You want to be on the floor while scoring. Winning the game, something like that. So cue ball is your white ball, right? Your first 8 is your white ball. Everything else technically gonna be every other ball that's just in there besides the 8 ball, right? These are the songs that the cue ball or the cue list, we're gonna call them, because the cue list is like the whole list, but we're gonna call it first 8 the cue list, right? A list, cue list. These are songs gonna get started. This is the starting songs. You got 3 segments in the party while you're a hoster. You got the starting song, you got the song when it's cracking, then you got they're not everybody. So you hearing the music at the end don't really matter that much anymore. At the end of the party. So first 8 is cue song. queue, playlist, all that. First 8. Now, your songs that you normally like might not be in there, but it ain't about you for the most part. It's about everybody else, which would be a good thing if none of your songs are there to begin with. So then you can play your songs later when the shit actually get up, hype, and you know it's right. Now, the next few songs is the middle song. It's going to consist of a lot of songs, right? It's a lot of songs. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to go on Billboards. You're going to find a Billboard top something, right? And just go down it. Just go down the top. And as you see the artist, and if you got the artist in your playlist, and you know you're gonna start from 1 to 100, you gotta go to 100. You might not have all fucking songs in there, and we only doing this by artist. Do to like 1 to 50. Hopefully you got more than 50 songs, cause well we party till like 5 in the morning, so you're gonna need more than 50 songs, right? Some artists you ain't even gonna have, so technically you might want to go to 175. You ain't gotta have 50 songs on there for the middle slot. You just want to have enough. And every artist you see, even if it's the same artist, because the same artist don't be back to back 3 times, like as in like Lil Wayne, it'd be like Lil Wayne, Taylor Swift, Drake. It might be like that, and that's a good thing. So that's what it tells you. Now you gonna go back to your playlist, right? And songs that everybody like, you just gonna click the artist thing at the top so they labeled, and then you gonna find the artist on the Billboard. And every time you see the Billboard artist, you gonna see your artist. Put them in the middle slot, just like that. Every time you see them on the Billboard, put them on the middle slot. Whatever artist you got in there, that just put them on the middle. Now I sort of randomized on how the Billboard seeks it, and it's not even like, just say like Lil Wayne, No Lie, Drake started from the bottom. On the Billboard, it might have them 1 and 2. You know, Lil Wayne, Drake started from the bottom, No Lie, right? But on your thing, you might see when you see Lil Wayne at the beginning, it might be Prom Queen. So you're gonna put that there, you know, and then next thing you know, Drake might be next. You might see I don't know, you might see another Drake song that's not started from the bottom. You put it there though. And if it is started from the bottom, that's your first Drake song that's up there when you click the artist. So the artists are all down. Put it in there. And it's gonna randomize it. You know, technically you're randomizing what you wanna do, so you flowing the music. So you got the cue list and now you got the flow list. You keeping it's cracking. Now at the end of the flow list is where shit the middle to the end is gonna be where shit gonna get real serious, right? So now you done got 8. Now you all the way down. Let's say you at 30, 45, right? Songs. It's gonna be cool because that's almost like an hour or two. Parties normally go for like 6, 7 hours, right? And maybe it might be 3 hours of music that you got, right? Now it's gonna be like to the middle to the last bit of the flow list. Now this is when if you haven't played these songs, or you have, it's a good time to like replay these songs. Billboard's top 10 songs. This is when you need to be playing the Billboard top 10s, because Billboard top 10s on there for a reason, because that means they cracking. It means they got the flow going, and you already started the flow done gone. I mean, we talking about country, rap, R&B. If it come down to it, heavy metal that's on everybody's feel that's catchy, you know, bam, you got it. Now your flow list and your cue list, they all queued in together. Now you good. Now you good. Now people gonna slowly start leaving, but you don't want them to leave in packs. You want them to leave slowly. You know, the only way to do that with your music is you gonna have like it's almost like setting the mood. You know, like when you have sex, you want to put some love, some Marvin Gaye on and stuff like that. Or when you with your friends and y'all just chilling, getting it cracking, you throw some heavy metal, not like, you know, heavy metal music, like some heavy metal people. You throwing some Lil Wayne people, just throwing some rap R&B. Now this last list, it's the A list though. This is the list that's gonna still keep people here, and in cases for people, it's gonna keep them having a chance to start to sleep with a woman, or hang out with a woman that they're trying to get at with, or get with, or cuddle with them, whatever, or trying to hang out with your friends even longer. You know, just like that with this list. Now this list right here is it's like a nut hugger because it's hard. This is the hardest list. It's just like it's the hardest list ever. So with this list, this is when you technically gotta use what you've listened to keep people here. Now the flowing song, all that shit dead. All that shit gone. I don't really give a fuck anymore. Now you need to be playing like music. Like if I'm gonna say music, I'm gonna say play some country music. But you gotta play like some Blake Shelton, like, you know, sure be cool if you here, or, you know, them boys around here. it's almost like they hype, but they like Indian music. Like you don't care, you chilling. It's like chilling music, and on top of that, you just like not doing much, or you doing something. Not trying to say you gotta play country. Nah, you like Prom Queen to be a good flow music for Lil Wayne. Started from the bottom to be good flow music for people. And when you get down to the bottom, you know, maybe like a little old school Lil Wayne might be like that Nut Hugger, or the old school Drake, or you know, some old school Blake Shelton, or some old school Luke Bryan, or some old school Taylor Swift. If it come down to, you know, some old school, maybe Thrift Shop. Thrift Shop can be up in that flow, but the way the song go, you can put it down there too. You know, that's how it is. So for the hostess, you the music man. All right. Number two, ID. I ID everybody that walk in your motherfucking place to come down to it, because you don't want to pay that fine. That fine, that's a heavy fine. And they fine you that way, and then you look that wrong, alright? That's a quick one. 3, drinks. Now, at the end of the night, you don't care who drinking what. So, if you're going to host a party, make sure you got enough for you and your people that you plan on drinking with. And then just a little bit more, so that if somebody tap into your shit that ain't bring no drinks, or they tap into your shit that they done with their shit, y'all still got what y'all expected to have or over had. You know, like that's what it is. So when you doing that, that's how you host a party, man. You the hoster. This is Gilbert Swag Dash and McLean, the hoster. You know, at Swag Bally 2. You know, just like that. If y'all trying to host a party, this is what y'all do. I'm telling you, because we do it every Saturday and Friday, and possibly Sunday. We just day drinking. All right, peace.